Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and this is day 17 of the 80 Days to Your Dream Body course. Today's protein source is going to be sardines, and today is a chest training workout. And the theme for today's workout is assisted PNF stretching. So right now, I'm going to be demonstrating how to perform contract relax PNF stretching. Now let's get started. And while we were resting, let's continue with the PNF stretching of the hip extensors. What we're going to do is now we've already done straight ahead and we've done abducted out to 30. What we're going to do is we are going to abduct them out to 60 degrees. With regard to the hand positioning, we got those same two positions. So you could either drape the gastrocnemius onto your shoulder, and then we're going to lift and lean, and then they're going to inhale and contract by pressing into us. And then on the exhale, we're going to lift and lean and get deeper into the stretch. And again, if you don't feel comfortable with that, what you could do is just take your hand position, one at the distal femur, one at the calcaneus. We're going to lift toward us, lean over, and then we're going to have them contract to elicit the PNF. And then on the exhale, we're going to lift and lean and get deeper into the stretch. When we are abducted out to 60 degrees, this is going to shift the focus a little bit. We're still going to be getting the adductor magnus, but this time we're going to be focusing on the postural medial fibers, and we're still hitting the glute max, but this time we're going to be stretching the medial fibers. At the hamstrings, what's happened is we're getting more and more into the medial compartment. So now we're getting a lot more emphasis of the semimembranosus. We're still getting the semitendinosus as well, but it's starting to shift a little bit more. And then with regard to some other muscles that are involved, again, I already mentioned the semitendinosus. To a lesser extent, we are going to be getting less and less of the biceps femoris as we start to shift toward more abduction, and specifically the long head, because that's the one that crosses the femur or the hip. And then with regard to the other muscles that are going to be involved, we're also going to be getting a little bit of adductor brevis and adductor longus. And we're going to be getting some stretch in the gracilis, but those muscles, we're getting a little bit less than some of the other ones. Next, what we would want to do is we are going to take them into abduction all the way to 90 degrees. So now we're pretty much going into the adductor group. When we get into the adductors, a couple positions. One, you could just have it resting on your thigh. So just have the foot resting right in that gap. And then you could just rest your thigh on your actual hand. And what you could do is you would want to traction by pulling out and then take them into abduction. And then you would have them push their foot into your hip, and then they would exhale, and then you would relax. Another option, what you could do instead of having them kick down, is you could place a hand on top, and you could also come out to the side and have them push their knee up to the sky instead. So they would inhale, contract, and then exhale, and then you would push down and away and get them deeper into the stretch. When we are focusing on the adductors, what happens is the primary muscles that we're going to be stretching is going to be the adductor longus, the adductor brevis, the pectineus, and the gracilis. And then some secondary muscles that we are going to be stretching is we're going to be getting a little bit of recruitment of the adductor magnus, specifically the medial fibers. And to some extent, we're going to be getting the gluteus maximus muscle. And for the gluteus maximus, we're going to be targeting the inferior medial fibers. But our rest period is up. I will see you in a bit, but right now it is time to get to set number 4. That was just a tiny taste of what can be found in my members only section. If you enjoyed it, become a member for only $5 a month to get access to hundreds of member only videos.